how's it going?
What's up, bro? Doing good, doing good. What about you guys?
How have you been?
Being cold for me.
Hopefully warming up now.
I hope so, man. I'm still not used to it.
Well, let's start with a little intro. You're Mr. Classic Arkansas. That must feel pretty awesome. But can you describe your last year in bodybuilding for us? What was that like?
Well, after I got here, I did a few shows in Puerto Rico before, but it was nothing like here. And once I moved here three and a half years ago, the whole game changed. And it's been awesome, man. It's been a big process. It's been hard, but I love it. I've been enjoying every single second of it. A lot of changes on my body, mentally, but I love it.
Oh, that's awesome. So take us back a little bit. Where are you from? Are you from Puerto Rico?
I'm from Puerto Rico, born and raised. And I left Puerto Rico when I was 17. Went back to, I had to transfer to Fort Bragg. That's when I joined the Army. And then I was traveling everywhere. Then I went back to Puerto Rico. From there, 3 years ago, I transferred here. And I retired here, so I'm retired now.
So are you, are you in Arkansas to stay?
Yes, so far, yes. Yeah, I bought a house and everything. I love it here. It's relaxed. It's good to raise kids. Well, my kids are not here with me, but hopefully, when they decide, when they can choose where they want to be with, hopefully they move here with me, So.
All right, that's awesome. Where are you?
Right now, well, I'm living in Malvern.
Okay.
I moved to Malvern not too long ago. I was staying in Benton, but I'm going through a divorce and all that stuff, so I had to move to Malvern. But yeah, that's why I'm staying. Working out in Bryan, Little Rock sometimes.
That sounds good. I mean, life happens. So how did you get into bodybuilding?
I got into bodybuilding on 2010. I did my last deployment on 2010. Came back from my last deployment, and I was going through some hard depression, and I was hospitalized, and it was rough. And all they give you is meds, and I got tired of it. I was looking like a zombie, and I said, man, I need to do something better. And I signed my release. I walked out of the hospital on my own risk, and I started going to the gym little by little. Then I got a good friend of mine. He was an owner of a nice gym in Puerto Rico over there. And he started helping me out. And one day he just told me, man, you should do a little show. So I was bantam weight when I did my first show in Puerto Rico. 142 pounds wet. And that's how I started with this. And I fell in love with it. And I'm still doing it,
Okay, so 2010's a decent little bit ago. What were some of the things that you learned through those first shows and whatnot? What made you fall in love with it?
It's once you start doing, it takes so much from your mind. It builds you up, man. Like you're not strong physically, but mentally, when you have to go through the whole prep process, you need to be mentally capable of go through all the emotions and changes. And I think it's discipline. Like, when you have the discipline, and if you have the discipline, it's gonna make you fall in love with it, because you enjoy every single second of the whole process if you really love it, And that's what got me, discipline. I'm all about discipline. And once I saw how disciplined you have to be able to compete and do the whole process and the whole prep and all that stuff, I loved it. Here I am.
So, and talk about this last year a little bit more. What do you think were some of the keys later on in the bodybuilding career to be so successful and be Mr. Arkansas?
Well, for this last prep, it was a crazy ass prep. I was with a different coach, and the coach, he was busy doing his own show in Dominican Republic. So he told me that he wasn't going to be able to help me with the prep, and I was 10 weeks out. And so somebody told me about Tyler, and I hit him up, and he actually said, yeah, I got you. And man, it's just doing what he tell you to do. That's the most important thing. Don't complain, don't bitch around or anything like that. And that's what helped me out. Whatever he told me to do, that's what I was doing. No more, no less. That's what I was doing. He told me to eat. You gotta eat this all day, every day. That's what I was doing, and that's what helped me out. 10 weeks out, I was off. When he got me, I was off, and he did a lot of changes on my nutrition, and my workout changed completely, and we pulled it off.
You mentioned all the mental aspects of bodybuilding and how it's not just a physical sport. And talk about maybe a little bit about the mental side of working out. You said you changed your workouts completely. How did they change?
Well, sometimes Tyler got a weird. I love him, man. Like, the way I was used to is like 3-4 sets, the normal stuff. 3-4 sets, chest on this day, and he changed the whole thing. I wasn't counting sets. I was just building up, doing 10-15 sets on each workout, each exercise, and it was crazy. And it broke me down. Like, I was like, wow. Like, I was sore like when you first started working out, and like I was going through some pain every day. I was like, wow. So I had to push through it because I really wanted it. So like it took some mental toughness to go through every single workout. I still hurt him until today. Like, he changed all my stuff all the time. The days that you don't feel ready mentally, you struggle.
Do you think changing up that workout made a big impact on your physique? Have you been able to grow a lot from that?
Yes, big time. Because I think the way he designed the workouts, he touched every single fiber. Like, doesn't matter what day it is, you're hurting. And I seen so many changes daily. Like, I have to be on changes daily. The details that I never had before. You were there, so you saw. I was only 162 pounds a day, but I was able to stand next to the guys on 220, 230, and look decent next to them.
Oh yeah, you look larger than that. That's for sure. What is your maybe favorite competition memory? Was it last year?
It was last year. I need to be honest. I did some shows in Puerto Rico, and I loved them because they were, my hometown. But last year was different. It was not. It was harder, and it took a lot more out of me. But just that feeling on being able to win overall and overcome all the stuff that came through the prep, it was awesome. It was awesome. I think the first Hispanic of winning a Arkansas State show too.
Heck yeah!
For me, it means a lot to me, man.
Oh yeah. Do you have any plans for the future, or are you planning anything in 2019?
Right now, we on prep. We are 10 weeks out, actually. We're planning on doing Junior USAs on South Carolina, May 11th. We're working on that. We're working hard on that, too. So my goal is, hopefully, get that pro card over there. If not, we're going to keep pursuing that. But that's the goal for this one. Right now, we're on track. I think we look pretty good for 10 weeks out. I'm a little heavier than last year. The plan is to go on stage on 175 instead of 162 with the same or better conditioning. That's the plan. Right now, I'm sitting on 190. So I think we can pull it off.
Those 9 pounds will look pretty impressive, I'm sure. We'd love for you to win a pro card.
I would love
it. You're a contender for that belt next year. I guess what are your goals in bodybuilding? Is it just mainly that pro card right now?
Yeah, right now that's the main goal. And after that, we're just gonna keep, try to improve and keep on going until it's time to retire. And after we retire, whatever we're doing, then we just keep working out and helping others. That's what I like. I like to help others as well. He helped me, so me be able to help others through the fitness, that's a big thing for me. So.
Okay. Well, going into that, what would be some advice to other people maybe just getting into bodybuilding? You have any thoughts there? What's a mindset maybe to go into your first show?
Well, my advice for people, I mean, for me, this is better than going to a psychologist or psychiatric. It's an outlet to if you're busy and your day's going hard as hell, this is the best outlet for me. Either this or go to church or something, But for me, the gym work big time for me. It's the best outlet. And if you want a big change in your life, you don't have to compete, but just getting into the fitness, working on your physical and your mental health overall, that's gonna help big time on whatever you're doing or whatever you're going through. Whatever you're going through in life, So I advise everybody to do it.
Yeah, just the structure of it and everything. It's gotta help.
Yeah.
So you take us into your prep a little bit now. Are you starting to be in a deficit? And what's your diet like?
Right now, I'm still eating pretty good. I'm not suffering yet. I'm still eating pretty good. I got good carbs still, and I still got having my cheat meal on Saturdays. Tyler, he got me eating, I can say probably around 3,600 calories a day still. We're trying to grow into the prep. That's what we're trying to do. But we're still eating pretty good. It's not deficit yet. So I know it's coming.
So
we're doing around 7 to 8 meals right now.
Ooh, that'll work. So this is being a prep this time with a different coach. What was this off season like? How was it different than others?
Well, back in the days with my prior coaches, it was crazy. When I did my first show in Mississippi with a different coach, he cut all the carbs, all the sodium. So I didn't look good at all. I was flat, tiny, soft, and now I'm learning that actually the sodium and the carbs are your best friend. When you're doing these shows, and you look hard. Like I see picture from 2016 and picture from last year, and it was a big old change, man. And so now I learned that. Don't take away the carbs. Don't take away the sodium. And those are your best buddies right there. Just you know how to do it and when to do it. That's for sure. You need to know how to do it, but don't get rid of them. That I learned.
So you mentioned your training and diet a little bit. What about the posing and stage presence aspect of it? Do you practice that?
Yes, posing right now, I try to practice at least 15 minutes every day after workout. And last year, Barrett, he was the one that, he was smoking my butt, posing. He got me going through the whole motion over and over and over. And so I have to be thankful for him. And he knows that. I tell him that all the time. So now that's what I'm doing. I'm practicing every single day what he taught me. And you get better and better. But I think for every competitor, that's a must. If you don't practice, you ain't gonna look good at all on stage, because you're gonna start shaking. You ain't gonna know where to place your feet, where you look better at. So I think you have to practice.
Okay. So, sorry, I got thrown off just a hair there. What do you think about the difference between classic and open? And I know when Barrett came on, he said something that he really didn't think that they were that different. It was just more of a height to weight ratio in classic. Do you have similar feelings that way?
I think for me, it's good that the classic bodybuilding is back, because it goes more on height. And if you are, if like me, I'm 5'6", you got a max that you have to weigh. So that actually looks more even. When you go to overall, of course, then you're competing against everybody. But like if you go to open bodybuilding, which I was doing, I did middleweight. Sometimes it's hard for a middleweight to win when you're standing against like Dusty Lester. He's massive. He's huge, bro. Like it's hard. So I think the way they do the height and weight and all the stuff from the classic, that difference that they don't have on open bodybuilding, I think it's good.
So what is your height limit or your weight limit?
175. That's gonna be the cutoff. Yeah, 175. So we're trying to be right at 175. The day of the weight.
You're getting closer and closer to it. So do you think that that's gonna play into your prep a little bit more mentally, just knowing that you might have to struggle to make the weight?
Well, actually, yeah, I think it's fuel for me. I like challenges, and when I already see what's the goal, and I see where I have to be at, I push myself more, and I turn every stone that have to be turned in order to accomplish that goal. So I think for me that's fuel. Knowing that I have to be at that weight.
Oh yeah, so it might just add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
So, what's the? Have you ever traveled for a competition like the nationals coming up?
No, this is gonna be my first nationals. This is gonna be the first time. Well, let me tell you, the only place I went out of Arkansas was Mississippi when I did Tunica. But I never done any national show. This is gonna be my first time.
I was more talking about your prep with the travel and everything. Are you planning on heading out there a little bit early?
Oh yeah. That's the 11th. So I'll probably be there on Wednesday or Tuesday. I'm gonna stay probably the whole week over there. That way, give me time to do my groceries and be relaxed, for the whole week.
Okay. So a question I like to ask people is, what is your favorite cheat meal? I'm talking about groceries there.
I love my burger, man. I love my burger and some sushi. That's my to-go.
Where's your burger place?
I usually go to Red Robin's now that they got one in Bryant.
Right.
Actually. So I go there. If not, I just make it at home.
Heck yeah. So for a show, another fun kind of question is, what do you like to eat in between the morning show and the evening show?
Well, usually, I just go to with whatever my coach told me. Last year was a burger. He told me go eat a burger, get some sweet tea, and go sleep. And so whatever he told me to do, man, that's what I do. So let's see what he told me for this one.
Well, we look forward to it. So can you maybe tell us a little bit about what you do outside of bodybuilding, and what's something else that's a hobby of yours?
I retired from the Army, and I started working for the city of Little Rock as a translator and code enforcement officer. I'm in charge of all the mobile homes and Hispanic community over there. Any paperwork they have, when they have to go to court or whatever they have to do, anything that have to do with Hispanic community, I do all the translation on documents, or I go to court, translate for them. That's what I've been doing for the past 2 years.
Okay, I could imagine that might have a little bit of added mental stress to it as well.
I mean, not really. I love it because, like I say, I'm all about helping people. And,
Yeah, when you think about it that way, you got, that's better. Take it to, you touched on this a little bit earlier when we started out, but what's just something that bodybuilding and fitness changed about your life that maybe you didn't expect?
About besides, being more secure as a person, and being more mentally strong. It helped me out to appreciate people that are really there for you. Bodybuilding is a selfish sport, and when you're going through a prep, not too many people understand, and a lot of people leave. A lot of people, they don't understand and they leave. So it helped me to appreciate the people that really stay there for you and support you, even the days that you're grumpy and stuff like that. And it helped me to appreciate real friendship and family. It helped me big time.
That's awesome. I think we might just sort of start to wrap it up on that note. So we'd like to have you back on probably for a pre-show, maybe for your nationals or whatnot. But we're definitely rooting for you. We're trying to get as many Arkansas pros out there as we can.
Hell yeah.
Just push Arkansas bodybuilding up, and I really just appreciate you taking this time to have this interview.
Thank you, man. Hey, I'm sorry for the accent. If something came out weird, it's my accent, but I appreciate you guys for whatever you guys, all the stuff you guys doing for the bodybuilding community here in Arkansas. You guys killing it, man. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you, and hope you have a good prep and go kill this next show, man.
Hell yeah, man. Be safe.
All
Hey,
right.
Prestige in the house. Woo! Take care, man.
Have a good.
You too.